Welcome to Human Heart Stories. My name is Julie, and today I'll be telling you a story called The Ritual That Scared the Shaman. This story is told from a mother whose daughter made a sacred promise with her boyfriend. Please listen with me, help like this video, and subscribe to this channel for more stories. And so she said, I had 2 children, just one boy and one girl. When my daughter became a teenager, she started dating a boy I did not approve of because he did not come from a good family. At first, I did not think they would get too serious. But as time went on, I could see that she was becoming too attached to him. I told her every day to stop seeing this boy. She promised that she would stop. But instead, she was lying to me. Finally, I told the boy myself to stop visiting my daughter. Then one day, he did stop coming. About a year later, my daughter started getting ill. She lost a lot of weight. She didn't have an appetite. Some days were worse than others, where she couldn't even get out of bed. I sought help from my daughter, but nothing was helping. I paid for several shaman rituals, and none of them helped. I took her to the doctor, and they couldn't find anything wrong with her. A couple more years went by, and my daughter's condition grew worse. She looked more pale and weak. As we asked around some more for help, we got recommendation to seek a shaman living in another town. This shaman was known to have cured many individuals spiritually. We were desperate and hopeful, and so my husband and I made our way to find this shaman. When we arrived to this shaman's house one morning, he was outdoors, keeping himself busy. He was cleaning his tools and sharpening his knives. My husband said to him, "Hello, uncle. We came here to beg for your help. Can you help us with our sick daughter?" The shaman responded, "Oh, you came to ask me to perform a ritual for your daughter, is that right?" He sounded like he had been expecting us, and we said yes. He then said, "I am just finishing up here, but why don't you bring my shaman tools with you back to your house, and I will arrive later in the afternoon to perform the ritual. Make sure you set everything up so I can perform right away when I get there." So we took several of his items back with us. Right before sunset, the shaman arrived as he had promised. My daughter was laying in bed, and he glanced over at her, then asked us, "Tell me, what kind of illness does your daughter have?" I responded, "I am not exactly sure. Growing up, she was always healthy. But when she became a teenager, her symptoms started appearing. No appetite, weak, sometimes not mentally present." The shaman then said, "Well, looking at your daughter, it looks like there's always something around her. This thing is guarding her. Why don't you follow me outside?" So we went outside. Then the shaman stopped outside of my daughter's window. He found animal footprints leading up to my daughter's window. They were small, like a cat's footprint. He said to us, "It looks like there's a powerful spirit in the form of an animal guarding your daughter every single night. The time has just not come yet for it to take away your daughter, so it's just watching her for now. I don't know exactly what it is, but it does seem like this thing has been guarding your daughter for a long time. Is that right?" We said, "Yes, that is correct. Our daughter has been ill for quite some time, at least 3 years now." The shaman had a concerned look on his face, but didn't tell us much more. He simply said, "I don't think there's much to worry about. Let's go back inside, and I will start the ritual." We all came back inside. It was right about dinner time, 5:30 p.m., when he sat on his bench and started the ritual. It was a long ritual. Several hours went by. I could not understand his chanting, but I could tell there was a fight going on in the spiritual world. The shaman was covered in his own sweat. Then, right before midnight, a spiritual male figure came. He came and stood right at the edge of my daughter's bed. We could not see him, but the shaman later told us that he could. The shaman then said to us, "I want to let you both know that according to my ritual, it seems like your daughter had made a very strong promise to a boyfriend of hers. I want you to think hard about it and ask your daughter if what I'm saying is true. It seems she made a promise that is very difficult to break." My heart fell. My husband and I thought long and hard about it. Then finally, it dawned on us that she used to date this boy we did not approve of. We did everything we could to stop the relationship until finally one day he stopped coming around. I then went straight to my daughter and asked, "Daughter, a while ago there was a boy we did not want you to see. What happened to him?" Our daughter responded, "Oh, him. Yes, a few years ago he went boar hunting with his friends and family. Someone mistaken him for an animal and shot him. He died." We could not believe it. I then asked, "Then, before he died, did you and him make a promise together?" She said, "Yes, we did one time. There was one time we made a promise together that if we can't be together in life, then we shall be together in death. And then we sealed our promise with our blood." My heart fell again. I was so angry and so scared at the same time. I scolded her. "How could you be such an idiot to do such a thing? Just 'cause we did not allow you to marry that boy, you made such a dumb promise together?" My daughter was not 100% mentally present. She looked like she was losing the battle. It was useless being angry at her. As dinner wrapped up, the shaman said, "Well, I tied a few strings on her that should protect her. By tomorrow, she should be able to eat better and get stronger again. The next day, we noticed our daughter's face looked brighter and more alive, just as the shaman had predicted. Shortly afterwards, she was able to get out of bed again. She went back into doing her usual chores. We were so happy to have our daughter back. A couple months went by and my daughter was completely back to her normal self. One day, she went to take a shower. When she looked at the strings around her wrists and neck and thought, I don't think I need this anymore. I'm no longer ill. I'm 100% again. So she took off all of her strings and threw them away. It wasn't long before my daughter fell ill again. It started with a migraine, and then she went back into bed rest, too weak to get out of bed. We did not know what else to do besides seek the same shaman for help. When we arrived at the shaman's house, we begged him again for help. We said, when you came last time and performed your ritual, our daughter healed instantly by the next day. We don't know why she fell ill again. Can you help us? He looked at us, then put his head down and said, last time, I did everything I could do to protect your daughter. I had to risk my life, as her promise made with her boyfriend is too strong to be broken. So we may not be able to stop their love with the shaman ritual. In life, we can stop their love, but in death, we cannot interfere. There is nothing else I can do. There is no amount of money that I will take to perform another ritual. Perhaps there may be someone else who can do it for you. Please forgive me. We didn't know what else to do. When we returned home, we tied a few new strings to bless our daughter, but it didn't do anything. Not long afterwards, our daughter passed away. When she died, we dressed her in a brand new outfit to wear, and it was unbelievable to see her pale skin flush back to life. She looked like she was just sleeping peacefully. This story ends here. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel for more stories.